Hello kids, and welcome back to the very windy Lives and Notes, apparently. We are back, and we are going to work a little bit more on the convenience or general store. Yeah, more like general store than convenience, but I want to add, like, you know, some things for the shelf still, but I also want to add, like, some signs for, you know, they offer sunscreen and I don't know, other things you might need in this area. So we need more 3 crates of veggies and fruits, and then 2 other things. Perfect. Okay. Lettuce didn't work because of the space, which is very, very sad. Well, we will find something else. We'll make it work. I hope everyone is doing well, is having a nice day. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'm doing alright. I just had dinner. I'm recording this pretty late, but I did have a productive day. Already did some recording, some cleaning. Not enough cleaning, I still have a lot more to do, but you know, we're getting there. Baby steps. And I don't know, I am in a good mood, I think. So, potatoes. They're classic, of course. Do we like maybe have something that doesn't look dead? We can pretend they're very special plums. Okay, we'll give that a try. And then other stuff that we could add. Yeah, none of that really. Pears after all. Then we have 2 random little slots. What would Bibliocraft have to offer here? Oh, it would also be kind of cool if we added a bookshelf, I think. With just like a random selection of books that, like, I don't know, maybe they also have like magazines in there. I don't know. Nothing really like really see us placing there, I think. Maybe a typewriter. I think that could be kind of cool. Okay. What do we go for? Maybe a black one, just because it's like classic, I guess. Okay, let's try this. We need vegetable oil. Perfect. Then we need 3 black stained clay. Oh, we actually have some. We have a little bit of everything. Cool. We need more. Okay, is that a piece of paper, and everything else is upstairs. 2 other things. We have like some vanilla things we could place. I'm only really having a little flower pot in mind, which is not quite what I want. Another cool thing, we could add like a little vinyl rack, I think. 3 slabs and 3 sticks. I think that could be cool. That. Anything that we could actually place, though? Not really. Not really. Nothing that would make a lot of sense, I think. I went back to the craft. Yeah, maybe we'll... I mean, we can place this like this too, so maybe we'll just gonna go for that. 1 decade later. Are we making progress? Oh god, don't. Pickaxe! It's made out of wood. I'm gonna select my axe. That's how I think. Maybe it's not me, maybe it's the game. Oh, I feel like a mushroom in a basic flower pot would also look cute. But not for that build. I need to keep that in mind that we can add these. I'm pretty sure you can put mushrooms into vanilla flower pots. Anyway, a bookshelf. Do we still have one left over? A lot of times we have some. Perfect. And we could fit 16 books in there, I believe. Maybe we'll go not for that many, you know, have a couple empty spaces. Okay, and then that's the non-refined version. Perfect. And then we do that. Oh my god, that's actually how you make them. I was just kind of winging it. Let's go do that. Okay. How many leftover discs do we have? At least that we can place a few, maybe. We have a very good amount. My nose is itching. Allergies are okay today. Energy is there to get stuff done, which is great. I'm really gonna try to record a lot and also do a lot of editing, also for the real life channel. This weekend, so I'm gonna try my best to enter that productivity era. And I also started reading again last night. Finally, that took way too long. It's ridiculous. I don't know if I'm out of the reading slump just yet, but I have the book next to me, and part of me constantly wants to reach for it, but I do want to get some stuff done first before I read again. Started reading What You Are Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. I totally butchered that, but can't really recommend it so far. I'm not that far in. I do like it, and I've seen lots of people recommend it for when you're in like a life stage where you're just kind of figuring yourself out and you don't really know what you want, who you are, all of that. And I saw lots of people say they found it very helpful for those moments in life. I'm just gonna put... Oh, the typewriter is cute! I like that it's up there, honestly. Oh, actually, I think the oak. This is so cool! This is perfect! I love that! Yes! Yeah, more like that. I feel like that's cool. Then, can we place that maybe like that? Yeah, maybe we'll leave one of these with us. Or plums? I mean, you can't really see them from here. Oh my god, my voice! Can you not? Maybe we are going to put the tomatoes up, actually. Put, you know, have fruits down here. I know tomatoes are technically a fruit. I am aware. Onions. I mean, onions and potatoes look a little similar at first glance here, but you can still see that these are a bit more filled than these, so it's fine. Sign-wise, we are not going to start anything today yet, mainly because the space will be a problem. We can add signs above here. Okay, not above the globe. Of course. Globe is trying to be special again. But like above the door, over here still. If you heard a bang, that was my dog slamming her head on the floor. Yeah, maybe I have to make some little pixel art that we could add into painting frames too. Like, we certainly have options. Yeah, okay, stuff that we could put here. Do we have anything? We don't really have anything to put there right now. That's okay. It's just the storage area. This doesn't need to be perfect or anything. But I think like that, we have kind of completed the vibes here for the general store. Kinda love this. Not gonna lie. So, you know, if you need anything while you're sitting at the beach and you're like, damn, I could really go for an onion right now, they got you covered. Okay, that's cute. That's very cute. I love this. This is perfect. Important little builds that I really wanted to add. How many other little things I want to do? Wait. We have chiseled wood in here. Usually we don't have chiseled stuff, so put that back to normal. Add up the cobblestone. And we're gonna go home. Organize inventory a little. And we actually, before we go home, I guess we could, in theory, do some rough planning for the house that I want to build right there. Not sleepy time just yet, but I'm gonna go in here anyway. Maybe we're gonna sleep in this bedroom for once. We have a nice view from here. I like that. Can't really stare into anyone's bedroom either, which is great. Can kind of stare at the people in the resort in the hallway if they happen to pass by. But this is a very cute room. I like what we did with it. But I do just want to, you know, have a rough layout of the next build here before we go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and all that. Yeah, this is something that's a little annoying, but I guess it makes sense in a kid's bedroom that sometimes you're just kind of stuck and can't get past. I think that's realistic. I'm gonna grab the dirt. Quack, 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 quack. Maybe like that, and maybe up until here. Gives you a good amount of space. And then maybe they have their backyard there. Is that gonna be too much? On the other hand, this doesn't seem so massive. We really want to add like another family house in here with like 3, maybe even 4 bedrooms. A common area for everyone to hang out in. I think it's not too crazy to go for such a size. And then, you know, their backyard can start like here, so the public has a bit more of the pond. I think it's gonna be pretty cute, and hey, the backyard can also kind of go into this dip and make up for the space that's lost there. I think that's gonna be the next build. I know we have this apartment building here, but this one scares me. I don't want to get started on that one just yet. Hey, which... Ah, that's the mountain. That's not a house, that's a mountain. I think from the rich people mountain, if I'm not mistaken. But it could be. Okay. So we put the one disc back. Set up a little bit. And... we have a lot of stuff in here that we don't really need right now. Grey wool, we also don't need that. Lots of random little bits that are like left over from various things. The wool can go back. And then all the stony stuff. Can get that. And then soapstone. That. Perfect. And we need so many resources. It's a little bit intimidating, not gonna lie. These can go away. Just barrier, I don't think we necessarily need that either. I mean, we might in the future, but not right now. Okay. I think before we build the house, I want to look up more little building ideas for how to go on about the whole thing. So there's a small little thing that I think I want to do today. And it's not gonna be something super massive or so. You know, we're Gonna grab 5 backpacks. Just 5. Just 5. And... okay, yeah, we're inside right now, which is a struggle. With journey map on... we actually have gone that way. Have we done that for clay before? So basically I want to go that way and collect a little bit more clay. Chances are we are going to use bricks in some sort of way for the next build. We have a mega tiger there? My flabber's gasted. Actually I think I want to grab some bolts too. Let's make it a bit easier on ourselves. It's not going to be like a full-on travel thing. I really want to focus on getting clay and having resources to work with. I know I could grab the clay that's right in front of our house, but that has been there for so long that part of me feels very bad about even just thinking about removing it. So that's gonna stay. That's gonna stay until we get very, very, very desperate, okay? That swamp is something I wanted to work with as well. And the other swamp too. I have too many project ideas. Pretty sure we have gone this path at least once to gather clay. But I think the last time we did that was when we were somewhere in like, I don't know, 300, 500 episodes in or so. Like not a super crazy amount yet. And in this area I do like to keep a lot of the things intact, given that it's so close to home. As you may have been able to tell with the clay. So we're also not really collecting flowers or anything. Ah! We have another one of those little, like, mine shaft sort of structure things. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have seen this before. We went here quite a few times. I mean, even journey map shows it. We don't... okay, we've had journey map for a while now. Oh, we actually got the boat back. We've had journey map for a while. But I don't really remember going this way since installing journey map. Eh. And this is not gonna have anything new to us, but I think it's still kind of cute and nice to look back on these. I think they're like a little... no, it is one of the rail structures. I think the pond... is the pond there naturally? I mean, these biomes tend to have little ponds sometimes. Huh? Have we never collected this? Have we never been up here? So many questions. Also, maybe... I know we're not really, like, traveling or anything. Still gonna enable it. I'm gonna leave that in there. Just because it's been in there for so long now. Yes, I will. I'm brave enough to gather this clay, though. Thanks for your concern. I want to put the boats in here, grab a little burger to be ready for the next meal. Okay. I don't know how much clay we're gonna end up with, but if we get a few stacks in, like a good, at least 20 stacks, I would be very happy. Then we at least have, you know, some stuff to work with. And that's all we really need. It's a little wrong to already get resources right here, because, you know, the moor over there is basically right next door as well. But I mean, if we don't go to this area, so I think it's okay-ish. It's not like if we were to go here that we deeply look into the ponds and be like, oh, has this clay been farmed by someone in desperate need? How unacceptable. And even if we were, for whatever reason, be like, okay, let's build in this area, and then I'd be like, oh no, there's clay missing. We could add clay back in, you know, it's not illegal to do that. Maybe we've... no, I think there's clay in there still. I just saw that green face as I was trying to get hair out of my eye. I don't know where... Sneaky. How come my eye is itching? Yeah, allergies are... They're there. Could be worse. Has been worse. Doesn't mean I'm enjoying this. That is my current way of explaining this year's allergy situation. Because usually, by now, it was way worse. Like 5 times worse than it is this year. Which I really appreciate. Maybe part of it is also that I just have a little bit more resistance, that I don't immediately scratch my eyes whenever they itch, even though I really want to do that. I shouldn't be doing this. I don't do that a lot anymore. When I was younger, obviously, it's a lot easier to enjoy that little feeling of relief you have for a second when you are actively rubbing your eyes, but then it just comes back so much worse. But that was always worth it for those few seconds of, you know, not being in pain and actually just feeling good for once. Allergies are not fun. Would not recommend. I'm not gonna grab every single bit of clay, you know, if they're that annoying to get those little bits randomly in the middle of a pond or completely under the earth. We're also not gonna get... Okay, but now we've started. Now we need to commit. Come on. That's just dirt. As long as we have an even amount of clay, I'm okay. Crap. Okay, I'll take that. Perfect. Okay, if we go this way, we have a little bit more lakey area. Hi! But I think I want to keep on going this way. Actually, we have some villages here, this path too, I think. Which could possibly have stamps for sale, which we still need. I should have maybe brought some emeralds for those cases, but I didn't think about that. It's okay, it's close to home. We can just come back, if they end up having some. Chances are pretty low of that happening. But I mean, you never know. And all the stuff that's not clay we'll put to the bottom. Actually, we'll keep this down here, just to be able to collect actively. Can't believe there's just like a mega tiger there that I forgot about, I guess? I don't know. I could have sworn this wasn't there before. But again, that's a mega tiger that we're not gonna really touch because it's so close to home. And I don't want the biome to suddenly be empty. Wait, that's stone. But not all of it. No, I could close this back up, but I mean, I also always need dirt, so I'm gonna be technically, I shouldn't be kind to the sheep. We do need wool. But I can't bring myself to do that so close to home. This, on the other hand, don't ask me how my autistic brain works. I couldn't tell you, okay? Of course. I'm never a big fan of getting clay so close to land, and this is why. Think you got everything though? Yep. I mean, maybe not, but looks like it, and we have an even amount. Small lily pads. Oh, so hard to resist those. I know we could go that way, follow the river, but I'm looking for... I wonder who's been through here. Looking more for a pondy sort of situation. And hey, the river kind of comes back through here anyway. Maybe we're gonna walk over there. To at least get some clay. And not just walk through the wilderness. Brent is sending me memes. Need to not get distracted by notifications. Ah, great. Now that we're at the river, it's gonna take a little break. Cool. Anyway, no one's gonna stop us going for a little swim. Hello, little friend. Yeah, it doesn't go super deep down, but still, I'm not interested in falling down there. I like how my instant reaction to whenever we see a random hole is just like assuming I'm gonna fall down. But I just know myself, okay? It's not like I have a habit of doing that, but I also don't always pay attention. So let's not risk anything, you know? Any clay around here? Hello? I'm not here for 5 pieces. I mean, yes, technically those add up over time, I'm aware. Ah, butt eaters. Not really looking for those either, if I'm honest. That's just a squid. No, I didn't get jump scared by a squid. What are you talking about? I'm 24 years of age. I wouldn't do such a thing. This is the sort of situation that I'm talking about when I say I'm looking for a lake. Land that the first block was a piece of dirt and not what we actively need. With this, we can actually get something done. We can actually fill up our storage a little bit. Okay. Wish we had an offhand. It's probably one of my most missed features whenever I play newer Minecraft and then go back to... I haven't even played newer versions of the game in quite some time. It's just like such a convenient thing, really. At least with Optifine, you know, it's... You're not gonna be sitting in the dark. That's so cool. Especially if you're trying to make content and, you know, have the video be appealing and not just dark. You know, there's a little advantage to that. Okay, inventory is looking okay-ish still. The tree chicken. Bok, bok. This is wonderful. This is really what I was hoping for. Because this is progress. But I mean, to be fair, we found a structure. Either newly found a old structure that was generated 1,000 episodes ago, or we rediscovered one that I completely forgot about. And given that there were fish in the chest, I think the pond was actually part of the build. Huh. But usually I know these little, like, rail structures more without any loot, so... I don't know, I'm confused. I mean, I'm confused a lot of times, but I'm specifically confused today. Okay, pretty good amount already, but... You know, we're gonna keep on going a little longer. We are almost at the end of the episode 2, but we're gonna keep on going a little bit next episode. Just, you know, to be nice to our future selves, who are going to be needing clay. And, you know, the last thing I want to do is have to pause a build because we are out of resources. That's just a little silly, so... I want to make sure that doesn't happen. And clay is something we've been using a lot. Clay is something that we'll always need. Not just directly for building, but DecoCraft needs it as a resource. So, given how much I love decorating, we kind of always need that. And Brick just gives you so many options, you know, it's always such a nice roofs. With the chisel mod, we get to have a few other little options. I don't know, it's really nice. Okay. I mean, we haven't been through this pond completely yet, but I think we're gonna go do this side here and then say goodbye for right now. I will be recording more later, given that I want to record a lot this weekend. You know, it's gonna be a little bit less than expected, because at first the plan was that the boyfriend, you know, leaves after work to hang out with friends today, hangs out with family tomorrow, and then has another friend meeting on Sunday and comes home Sunday evening. Turns out the thing on Sunday got cancelled, so he's gonna come back at some point tomorrow afternoon, which, you know, I am excited about, but at the same time, I don't want to record. So a little bit less time than expected. Which means I specifically now... we're gonna start with that next episode. That's now specifically another reason for me to have videos prepared for the full weekend and as much next week as possible, because next week is gonna be busy as heck. Yeah, thank you guys very much for being here. I really like this area right now. I don't know. Little beehive in the middle of a tree stump. That's very nice. Thank you guys for being here. Stay hydrated. May you always have enough resources in all your games. Wear sunscreen. Take good care of yourself. And yeah, goodbye!